Hi sweeties, how are you doing? Welcome to Naya Sim. If this is your first time of coming across this channel, sweetheart, kindly smash the subscribe button, turn on the notification so I get notified each time I upload, and please give this video a thumb up. I appreciate you all so much, and I want to say a very big shout out to every one of you for all the support and love you all give me here. I am truly grateful. Before I get into this video, I want to give another shout out to every one of you out there for all the work you all have been doing for Black community, and to this very moment you are still fighting. I am really happy that you all never gave up, or irrespective of everything that has been going on around you and the rest of it. So this video is about this Asian woman calling for unity, and at the same time acknowledging that Black community did fight for them, that Black community paved way for them, that Black community opened doors for them. And I really have heard something like this before, because I know Black community, they haven't just been doing their own fight. They have been fighting for other minorities, and that I am actually grateful for. Thank you all so much for all the fights and still fighting. So we are going to get into this video straight up, and she is actually calling for unity. She is calling for unity to fight, for Black people and other this thing to unite and fight for. And I know Black people are not trying to do Black indigenous people of color this thing. They just want to be Black people and do their own things. That doesn't mean that if there is need for them to do other things, for speak up for other communities, definitely they will do that. But they are Black community, not anything by or something. So with that being said, let me roll this clip so we all can see what she got to say, and the other videos that she merged to show us how Black people paved way for them. So straight up, let me roll the clip.
I want you to watch this video. It's long, but it talks about the history of AAPI month. This is why the division has to stop. The Black community paved the way for us to have equality. Because of their movement is the reason why we have ours. That's why it's so important to stand together and fight for equality for all of us.
Asian American itself is such a recent invention as a label, as a category of identity. It's only about 60 some years old, and it's always been in flux, even from the very beginning. So who counts as Asian Pacific American? That has evolved over time. To understand the origins of Asian American, Native Hawaiian, Pacific Islander Heritage Month, as it's called now, we really have to backtrack all the way to the 1970s. The 1970s is this really exciting moment when Asian Americans and Pacific Islanders, for the very first time, play an active role in shaping policy. The two key factors for understanding how the Asian American 1970s came about was really the Black freedom movement. That is the dedicated insistence of Black Americans for racial justice that really had this incredible momentum through the middle of the 20th century. The second factor is actually what's called the Asian American movement. This was a grassroots, nationwide political mobilization of people of different communities and backgrounds. At the time, mostly Japanese Americans, Chinese Americans, and Filipino Americans. The Asian American movement had two big inspirations. One was Black Power, and the other one was the anti-war movement. That is the kind of groundswell of opposition to the United States military interventions in Southeast Asia. A lot of young people are really at the forefront of that. Students, for instance, at San Francisco State Strike in 1967, 1968, they pushed their administration to establish the nation's first school of ethnic studies. Because of the Black freedom movement, the civil rights movement, affirmative action, there's a small but growing number of Asian American and Pacific Islander employees of the federal government. One of those goals, in fact, was to push the federal government to establish an Asian Pacific American Heritage Week. So at that time it was a week, and I think in a lot of ways the Hispanic, Latino, Latinx community set that template in 1968. That's when the US saw its first Hispanic Heritage Week. There are two women in particular that come to lead this charge. Their names were Jeannie Ju and Ruby Moy. Congress eventually passed a joint resolution to recommend that early May be designated as Asian Pacific American Heritage Week. Frank Horton, that Ruby Moy worked with, was one of the principal co-sponsors, as were Asian American members of Congress, Senator Daniel Inouye, Senator Spark Matsunaga, Representative Norman Mineta. In 1979, President Jimmy Carter issues a proclamation declaring the nation's first Asian Pacific American Week to be in May 1979. May was chosen because it marked the anniversaries of two important events. The first was the very first time a Japanese immigrant arrived and set foot in the United States as far back as 1843. In 1869, the Transcontinental Railroad was completed in the month of May, and Chinese workers built most of the western portion of the Transcontinental Railroad. By the early 1990s, the first president, George Bush, expanded a week into a month.
In the support of Jeannie Ju and Ruby Moy, we established Asian Pacific American Heritage Week. And now I'm proud to take one more step and proclaim this May to be the first Asian Pacific American Heritage Month. But
that really suggests the growing political influence and power of Asian American and Pacific Islander groups. We can have the fun parties and cultural displays. I'm thinking about how we can best make use of this Heritage Month that so many community organizers worked so hard for in the 1970s to bring that opportunity to us.
So this is all we got from this. So you all can hear, like, you know, and now I see, like, I have also done so many videos where I see Black people defending other people of colors. I mean, defending them real great. And sometimes you don't see other people defending us, defending Black people the way Black people defend them. But then it is what it is, and the rest of it. So I absolutely love the fact that she acknowledged that Black people really did pave way for them, and it is what it is, and they did pave way for them. Yeah. So like, she is calling for unity, and, like, you know, I hope one day everybody can unite and like keep the fight going, because I think I think, like I said before, Black people aren't looking for people of color, indigenous, this thing, that I think they just want to be Black people and keep fighting their fight, and probably help other people along the way and the rest of it. I absolutely want to read your comment. I want to know what you think about it, and what do you think about the unity? Do you want, like, you know, people of Black people to unite with other people? And or I don't know, but, like, I am just asking what you just think in general about it. Thank you all so much for all the support, and see you all in my next video. Bye for now.